what we're going to do here is show you how I put my Cruise Craft 575 back on the trailer after a day's fishing. All right, so there's the trailer. First of all, I always just make sure everything's right, hooked up, no one's stuffed around with my trailer while I've been out in the water. Looks all good. It's a good chance to actually check the trailer and have a look to see if there's any issues. All right, next thing what we're going to do is drive over to the boat. All right, so while we're doing that, it is a windy day today offshore. I think it's 30-40 knots. In here it's blowing about 20, so it's a good way to show you how I can put it on no matter what wind conditions, currents and so on, if you've got your trailer set up properly. Alrighty, now I'm lucky that at this boat ramp I've got a pontoon in the middle, so if I want to, and if I'm good enough at reversing and there's the space available, I can reverse back straight next to the pontoon, and that makes it easier getting in and out of the boat because I can actually just jump onto the pontoon. Now there's a guy just put a boat in, hopefully he's going to move his car and trailer, and I'll be able to do that today. So when I'm backing in, I like to, I don't know if you can see the pontoon there, I like to put it right close to that pontoon. Alrighty, so he's gone. So when I'm backing up, good thing is to use the mirrors to be able to see where the trailer is and then to react to what's happening. So if I see the trailer in my right hand side, I turn my wheel down with my right hand. If I see it in my left hand, down with my left hand. Okay, so at the moment I've got the trailer too far out this side, so I'm just gonna, and it's always easier to start turning it before you move. You get a better reaction to the trailer moving. So here I am using both sides, just want it to come over closer to the pontoon, so I'm reversing them back, reacting to what I see in the mirrors. I can't see it in that mirror. Now I'm starting to see it in that mirror. Until I get it nice and straight, and hopefully nice and close to the pontoon to make it easy to get off the boat when you're on your own. Obviously it's easier when you've got two people, but quite often I like to fish on my own, or you've got people on the boat that don't feel too comfortable about reversing the trailer and so on. So alright, so I'll keep going back and I'll keep looking at my trailer. Just above the water. Okay, so everyone's a little bit different, every boat ramp's a little bit different. For me, if I've got the tops of my mud guards showing up, it's easier to put the boat on the trailer. There I've got the tops of the trailers just above the water. I know on this boat ramp that'll help me get the boat on. The back of the trailer you can see is under the water, and then it just drives straight on. Alright, let's see how we go in this wind. So I get off, I use these two buoys. I've got a really big one at the side, at the back here, and the little one that I use at the front, and tie it off while I go and get the car. And then the next step is obviously getting this thing, well, these guys think they're going to get a feed out the back here, onto the trailer. Let's see how we go. So I just give it a nice little push off. Okay, so another thing is when I'm coming into the boat ramp, there's a 4-knot zone anyway, but you like to come in nice and slow just to see which way the boat's moving in the current and the winds, because that's going to dictate how you're going to the gotta run over these pelicans, move out of the way, how you approach your trailer. Now, I tried to get close to the pontoon so I can get on there. Normally, I know that the winds and the current's pushing this way across the ramp, this way across the screen, and I've got it parked right against the pontoon, so that's going to make it interesting coming in, to try and get it to come up straight. Because normally what you want to do is, if the wind and the current's pushing you across, start a little bit outside the trailer, so that as you come in closer, you only want to come in nice and slow, enough speed to be going forward, pointing the boat forward, but that you get the front of the boat onto the trailer, obviously, not sideways. Alright, so we can see there's the trailer. So you want, normally I would come out left of this trailer because of the wind and the current, so this is going to make it interesting for me. But a nice enough speed that you're moving, and the boat's not getting pushed along with the current. I want to lift up the motor just a little bit, just so I'm not going to hit the bottom. And I'm lined up straight up with the rollers, simple as that, and I just drive straight up. Okay. Just a touch, just to make sure I'm not hitting the bottom as I go up. And you can see there, it's come up straight. If you've got your cruise craft trailer set up properly, now these have got conical rollers. There's a bit of wind and current today. It was blowing 40 knots out there. It's come up nice and straight with little effort. And normally, like I said, because I've got the pontoon here, I would have come from this side a little bit more, so that way when it drifts, but I had to come up with a little bit more speed just so it goes up straight and doesn't get pushed away. So don't be scared to give it a little bit of speed, but it all comes down to, really, I think, how deep you put the trailer in, know your ramp, and where, obviously, on the mud guards that you want, where the depth of the water I measure from my mud guards. So they come up straight as. That was pretty impressive, I would think. So I just give it a little bit more, just so that it goes right to the front. A little bit more. There, it's resting against the bow roller, or whatever you want to call it, there at the front. And then, because I'm on my own and I don't want the boat to roll off, I just leave it in gear enough so that I don't lose the boat while I'm going to put the chain on. So like I said, I've got it close enough here that I can actually today just jump off and get to the trailer. Now today's pretty hot, so I don't mind getting in the water, but I can actually walk along there, jump off the top there, and then get down to get to the chain and so on. So you can see there, it's gone straight up onto that front roller with no effort. Okay, and it comes down to, and I might show you when I get the boat out, the conical rollers. I reckon without those you will find it hard, because I think the strakes at the bottom here, the way that the boat, it's not flat, if you catch the roller at the wrong spot, it will throw the boat left or right, especially when you're in current, and then put it off center. All right, so let's get down here. Oh yeah. So today I'm happy to get in the water because it's actually pretty hot today. I think I got burnt. All right, so it's come up nice and straight. All I'm going to do, I don't know if you'll be able to see, is just put on the safety strap. Just do that little, that's all I had to do really, to do that last little bit. Put on the chain. And she's on. Right. Now, normally then I would jump again back up on here onto the top and walk around, but today it's quiet and I'm right next to the ramp. This pontoon's handy when they upgraded this boat ramp. I can just get back on. Out of gear, turn her off, and don't forget, lift the motor up because you don't want to be dragging that prop on the boat ramp. All right, so she's up, she's straight. Make sure I turn all the sounders off so they're not on out of the water. And like I said, I can then normally, there's the pelicans again, they want to feed. I can walk up the side here and then onto the back of the car, and then I can slide off without getting wet in the water. But it's summertime, so I don't mind getting wet today. Let's go, we'll get this thing out. So we've got the chain on, always go through, just make sure I've got everything right. I've got the strap on properly. Now we just got to pull her out. All right, so we've got the boat on the trailer now. This boat ramp is pretty good. It does get slippery, but not enough for me, my car, and the boat that I need to put it in low or four-wheel high or whatever, four-wheel drive. I can actually just pull it out. It's rare that I actually have to do that. But obviously if there's a lot of sand on the ramp, when I'm up at Port Stephens and there's a couple of ramps there where the sand gets up on the ramp, just as a precaution, I always just put it in 4 high. If I know it's just, when I put the trailer in, you can feel it just drop into the sand. It's easier to just straight away just put it in 4 high, and then you've got all 4 wheels spinning, and it just pulls out easy. So basically all I'm going to do, and that's how I pull out my cruise craft. Pretty simple, easy job on my own. BaldMan fishing.